Hello everybody, and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled. We are here in a lobby area. We're gonna meet the captain, maybe. I thought we would meet the captain last time. We didn't. So we're, hopefully this time, right? Hopefully this time. Let's see. I see the door leading to her office creak open just a bit, as if unlocking remotely. Well, so much for getting over my anxiety. Standing up slowly, I make my way over and cautiously peek inside. When I don't see anyone standing there, I head in. Oh. This is surprisingly tame for an office. I imagined there'd be a lot more. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, the ceiling's high. And I don't know how many offices I've been to that have a whole ass tree. I mean, it's more than 0. Look, I don't know, guys. I guess that guy, very eccentric, just had a small tree in there. No idea, is what it is. How many offices have you been into where there's just a tree in there? Big or small? Let me know in the comments. Trophies? Statues? Heads of past victims on spikes? Yeah, it happens. The plants are a nice touch, though. A gentle yet gravelly voice rings out from somewhere in the room. Ah, I'm glad you could make it, Tucker. Tucker, was it? Please, come sit down. I'll be right with you. I'm not sure where it came from, but I see some chairs by her desk, so I make my way over. Unsure of which chair to take, I nervously idle between them. Oh my god, just choose one. Just choose one. I've never understood people like this. It's just like there's oh, which chair do I sit down in? Oh, just grab a chair. It doesn't matter. If they want to complain about which chair I chose, then they can fucking complain about it. I ain't moving. They're not dangerous. Just pick one. Right. Taking the seat on the left, I'm quite comfortable, if not a bit big. If not a bit big, I see. Also, you take the left chair, I see how it is. Looking across the desk, I see her chair facing away from the door, yes, backlit by a faint glow. She must be busy working on something. I'd say if it'd be a bit rude not to face your guest, but I don't think it's really my place to impose. Do it anyway! Come on! What's the worst that can happen? They execute you? Whatever. I mean, I doubt she'd even understand me. Wait, fuck! How is this even going to work? This was such a stupid idea. I wonder if... I'm sorry for the wait, Tucker. I was dealing with something. Now we have a bit of a scheduling conflict, so this will have to be a joint meeting. Don't worry, though. I believe you know them quite well. Sure. Well, hopefully she means that my guardian can come back, although for some reason I doubt that. I hear a few buttons being pressed as well the noise of a monitor flicking to life. But otherwise, we wait in relative silence. It's not long at all until the door creaks open behind me, and I hear paced footsteps approaching. Peeking around, I turn to see... I'm so glad you can join us, Tyre. That's not someone I know quite well at all. I mean, you know them more than other Karens on the ship. Like, he's like the 4th most person you know. That's top 5. I think that's pretty good. Surely she wasn't being facetious. Facetious. Guys, it's one of these days, okay? Facetious? Right? Captain, I'm always at your bark and call. But surely you could schedule my meeting more ahead of, We lock eyes as he looks just as confused as I am. Am I interrupting something? No, not at all. Please, do sit down. If you wish to finish your meeting with Tucker, I'd be more than happy to... Sit down. Her voice does not rise, nor does her surprisingly calm tone change. But somehow the words strike like lightning, and I can see it and tired just as I can feel it in my spine. He takes a moment to adjust to himself before taking a seat. Are you well? It's been almost 2 weeks since we've spoken, you know. I am. Thank you. Of course, of course. I think I hear monitor sounds coming from the other side of the chair. Now, I'm sorry that I had to call you here on such short notice. It's quite alright. And I'm also sorry to hear that you seem to have damaged the Marrowyn again. That's not entirely. And I'm sorry that you seem to fail at the most simple of tasks. Is that all, Captain? No. Stay seated. Should I be here for this? Would you explain to me the result of your recent experiment, Senno? I've sent you the report multiple times now. Was that not enough? Tell me again. I want to hear it from you. He looks over at me, maybe not worried, or rather just annoyed. I would prefer not to speak about it in front of our guest here. Huh? What does that mean? He barely acknowledges my reaction. Tyre, I did not ask for excuses. He sighs and pitches his brow. I hear more screens flick to life as I assume she's pulling up various reports and documents to review. Of course. At the 9th mark, exactly 11 days ago, the Marrowyn was to undergo a test of some new proprietary parts. It was a routine experiment to see if any of the changes we made would affect our result in any way. We were... wrong. Wrong? Yes, wrong. I know what happened. I want to hear you say it. Now I really feel like I shouldn't be here. The room goes cold and I hear the telltale sound of a finger tapping on metal. Tyre grumbles out a few complaints before continuing. You're correct, Captain. The test was indeed not small, nor was it entirely scheduled. I must have forgotten. An accident, no doubt. Please continue. He takes another look at me before continuing. Why can't he explain this in front of me? I barely understand what's being said around me most of the time anyway. This is no different. Of course. It was meant to be a small test, but the Marrowyn started putting out exponentially more power than expected. While the station may, in theory, be able to withstand it, we were not prepared. Our equipment was not ready, and the support structure was not fully extended. Yes. That sounds like the report I read. Please, I believe that I know what happened next, but... What is this word? Elucidate? Elucidate? Elucidate me. When the test began, all of our recording equipment was immediately sent offline, as well as some of the localized crew. It seems that the hum was far more dangerous than we expected it to be. Hum? Yes. I'm asking what it is, Tyre. I've explained it to you before, have I not? Then explain it again.
Of course. It's a combination of radiation, heat, electromagnetic discharges, gravitational fluxes, and other generally dangerous forces. It's hard to contain and dangerous to be exposed to. But,
The Marrowyn continued to exert. Yeah, that was Tyre. I am here, guys, I swear.
The Marrowyn continued to exert more power than we predicted. The core overheated to a point where we're still trying to check the damage, as well as find any missing parts.
I remember Roan said Marrowyn managed to provide the station with most of the power, but do they not know how to use it? Didn't they build the damn thing? And
that's it. Everything after that was detailed reports. Yeah, detailed repairs and cooling down the systems. Along with scheduling structure repairs and, well, a few impromptu medical exams.
Oh, Tyre. I hate it when you do this. Give me the full report. Now. There it is again. Her voice slips from a melodic chime into biting words. And I can see it's had its desired effect on Tyre. He had a second to compose himself as he swallowed some accumulated fear down his throat before looking at me.
Captain, I must say one more time, must the subject be here for this? Surely you could at least grant me some leniency.
What'd he just call me? Are you going to give me the report, or not?
It's just that. I would rather they not be here.
Tell me, Tyre. Why is that? Actually, tell them.
You can't be serious.
Am I ever not? Surya? Professor Seno, you will finish your report, or so help me, I will finish it for you. Ahem. And trust me, I don't leave out details. Tyre looks completely shaken at this point.
Of course, Captain. Captain Bell, my apologies. When the morning test occurred, something went wrong. We're still not sure what it was, and no, there is not another accident. We just do not know. After that, we couldn't stop the process and it started to descend.
Descend?
Once the core was below the median, it was, median. It was too dangerous to call it off, and we had to let it continue, or risk damaging beyond repairs.
Beyond repair. And here I thought you were an expert on that thing. The only one. This is his life's work, and he doesn't know how it works or how to fix it? What are they doing with the damn thing?
I am... Once the core dropped to the interior safety limit, the rest of the device went offline. We weren't able to record anything else, or take any footage. We're still not even sure why it stopped at all. After the test, we were able to see what numbers were estimated on the machines before they broke. And they were... astronomical. It just proved further that we must keep trying. I know that we can get it right if I...
Yes. If you have more time. Tyre, as your captain and friend, what you have done is amazing. I mean that. But it's also dangerous and completely irrational. We still have no idea what that machine is or how it even works, and
We're so close, Captain. I know what we can...
Do not interrupt me. Tyre, I know this is important to you, and I know what it could mean for Alrin. But please, Temper your expectations. You're working with something that even the eye cannot predict.
For now.
What is that? And the rest of it?
The rest of it?
The date, Tyre. I heard that it was jumbled at best.
It's worthless. I'm sorry. Even Marrowyn couldn't figure it out.
Disappointing. Sometimes I truly don't understand how you earn your funding.
Captain, you saw the kind of output we were dealing with. It's like a star. Please, you have to let me finish this.
Do not beg, Tyre. I haven't the authority nor the wherewithal to shut your little project down. By the void, I know it's the only reason we're still floating. It's not my decision to make. However... He perks up a bit as she continues to talk. Your report has... well, it's caused some issues back home. Not so much due to your failures, more from the accidental success you seem to have found. Or stolen. Mind you, both are fascinating. But it has caused quite a stir. Your research seems to have worked for one thing, though, Professor. All eyes are on the station once again. Were they not already? I thought the Icarod 2 was like a jewel of scientific progress. Maybe I was just reading into it too much.
I take it that news of the recent test has already reached unwanted ears.
Tyre. They're your boss. Of course they know what happened here. Tyre has a boss? Why wouldn't he have a boss? Everyone's got a boss. Actually, why is that what I'm focusing on? You are just... Tucker is certainly something. Always concerned with things that don't matter.
I prefer to think of it as a partnership. Well, something of the sort.
Yes, well, your partner has decided to send a crew from Heron. Bird. That was a bird. Oh, did you see that? Oh my god. My attention has been piqued. I am back in it, guys. Come to investigate. They'll be here within the week. Did I just... What was that? What the... By the time my hand reaches my head, the pain is already gone. Looking up, disoriented, I notice a glance from Tyre before he responds to the question, to the captain, sorry.
Wait, from Heron? By the void, he's not coming, is he?
No, not that I'm aware of. But I would be careful. I'd hate to have something like that on my station.
Of course, Captain Bell.
She lets out a labored sigh as I hear a few screens open and close from behind the desk. More fingers dance on cold metal as we wait for her to make her final judgment. Tyre seems to be pondering what to do next, and I'm left confused as to why she needed him to tell her all this. Unless she just really likes making Tyre uncomfortable. I mean, I would. Look at this man. Don't you just want to break his spirit? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say things like that. It had to have been for me. But why? Alright. Thank you, Tyre. Your report seems to be in order, as I had expected.
Of course. Is that all you need from me?
I believe so. He starts to stand up before I hear another monitor flick to life, and the captain speaks up once again. Oh, actually, I believe there is one thing you had to report to me. Correct?
Excuse me.
Yes. I believe it's sitting right next to you. Huh?
What do you mean, Captain?
He sits back down as a wave of unease seems to wash over his small frame. Oh, Tyre, I am not in the mood today. What else happened on that eventful morning? He seems to be squirming in his seat, but he knows her patience is thin. He gravely pitched in Latin. His gravelly pitch, that's what that says, is laden with a sadness I wouldn't have expected.
It would seem as though that was the morning our guests arrived as well.
No. Yes, indeed they did. He swallows and nervously cups his paw in his lap.
At the 10th mark, right after the Marrow hit a critical power threshold, the alarm went off in the research sector, and Tucker was found wandering the halls. That's all that's known. The hum took care of anything reviewable.
Now, I've not put much stock in that old faiths. Faiths? The old faiths myself. Okay. I'm getting there, guys. I've not put much stock in the old faiths than myself. But doesn't that feel a bit too much like a coincidence to you?
It is. Hard to ignore the empirical evidence. You are correct.
Please tell me this isn't what I think it is. I already know it. I don't want to hear it. I can't. What are you saying? I'm starting to see why Tyre wouldn't want to talk about this, but I can't believe it. So, would you say that you are responsible for whatever happened to our guest here? Tyre?
We have hypothesized that when the Marrow passed the threshold, something happened. During that time, vast amount of energy went unaccounted for in our readings. The readings we recovered, at least. Gravitational fluxes were coming from the keel.
The keel? Not Neil. Keel?
Of the station, and well...
Please, don't say it. Continue, Tyre.
As there are uncertainties regarding critical functions of the Marrow, we cannot say for sure, but it is likely that the reason Tucker is here is our fault. Yes.
And you have no feasible idea why this would happen, correct?
We're still looking into it.
Oh, of course you are. You've been looking into it for decades. Now, one more question for our guest here.
Captain, I don't...
Tyre, don't be rude. It's just one more question. To say the room had gone silent would be incorrect, but I could not tell over the ringing in my ears. It's ever present and seems to block out everything but the words that leave the professor's lips. Tyre?
Yes, Captain.
Do you think that there's a way to send them back home? Silence blurs into a painful static as I can read his lips before he even utters the words. I just have to let it wash over me as he dictates my fate.
I don't know.
Okay. Slowly looking over, I see he's brought a paw down to his forehead and seems to be trying to steady himself. Is he distraught over this? Sitting back in my chair, I have to stop myself from shaking as the words resonate more and more in my mind. I don't know. That's it. That's the be-all and end-all. My life was torn away from me and is now on the whims of some old man and his broken machine. Oh, miserable of happy. I have a feeling it's not even the end. that there's even more to come. Why does his narration have to be like this? Why is he like this, guys? Like, if he was, like, always a poetic nerd that you just want to punch in the face, that'd be one thing. But he, like, is this unholy amalgamation of, like, Wart from Over the Garden Wall and Marco from Adastra. He's this weird amalgam that I don't know if I really want in my life. I would bully this man. I would shove him to the ground and just leave him there. Can I go back? Please, I don't know what to say. Words fall flat on deaf ears as I sink further into the chair. Small drops of water accumulate around my eyes. I don't know. Light years from home, and that is my fate. I don't know. They keep talking about the sounds fade away under a chorus of whimpers and gasping breaths. Why is it so hard to face a truth I already know? I know that this would be the end of my road. There's no going back from this. Hearing some scuffling, I look up to see the professor straightening his tie and getting up to leave. Uncovering my face from my oversized sleeves, I make an attempt to rejoin the one-sided conversation. Senno, before you go...
Yes, Captain.
As I see you're responsible for this mess, I'm putting you in charge of fixing it.
Captain, I already completed the algorithm to allow two-way communication. You know that, right?
Do not insult my intelligence, Senno. I meant a more permanent solution. I know your time is already spent hoveling down in that bowels? That is that word. Watch it not be, and I'm embarrassing myself. I'm always doing that. That's the fun part about this channel. That's why you all come here. I know that is true. Down in the bowels of the ship. But now, my recent findings of success and your imprisonment of our guest here, you're responsible for fixing it.
The success you're referring to was incidental. We have no way of...
Tiger, you are in no position to give excuses.
I understand that, Captain, but we don't even know what we did. All the change was,
Care to comment, Tyre? He looks at me one last time, an inscrutable expression sees past me through the cosmos behind me. 1,000-yard stare pales in comparison to the nothingness of space.
No. I mean, of course, Captain. I'm not sure what caused the events that brought Tucker here, but I will do my best to figure it out.
And fix it? One more rogue side-eye glances my way.
If it can be done.
See to it that it is. Now get out. He sighs as if the weight of the world drops off his shoulders. He turns, offers a small respectful nod to the chair, as well as to me, and slowly walks out the door. Each footstep sounds a mile away until the door slams behind me. The silence grips the room except for the heartbeat bleeding through my ears and the soft whimper of uncaring machines. I should have known there would never be something great behind it. No driving force nor burning reason, just a joke. A cosmic joke played out across space and time. My time, and who knows how much space. I let out a stuttered sigh as I do a bad job of holding it together in the oversized office chair. Why not spin in it? Does it swivel? I hope it swivels. I don't know what to think of Tyre either, right now. That man's just doing his job. I don't know why you would have, like, a negative opinion of him. Shit happens. I wouldn't hold it against him. Can I see what he's done in his kindness? Or just necessity? Alright. I should be ready for our meeting in just a moment, Tucker. I'm sorry for the wait. That wasn't our meeting? Wasting my time. I'm just... wasting it. Anyway. I'll end the part here, everyone. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.